Hey you guys, it's your friendly pal Ndasa Unye here. We're back with another video. So we're currently in Long Island, particularly Suffolk County, as you see. And this is the last day before I go back to Queens to really live out, really give you that full content New York City vibe. So this is a bit quiet over here, but they do have lovely parks. But we're going to get right into the video and talk about what we talk about today. Because boy, was yesterday a doozy. Okay, so yesterday it was raining like crazy. Unlike what you just saw just now, it was raining pretty bad yesterday. If you are in the East Coast, you understand that we had a bit of a storm roll through us all week. And because of that, we was raining all week. And I had to change my brakes in the rain. That wasn't very fun at all. Trust me, it wasn't fun. But that's what I want to talk about today. Changing your brakes to save yourself a little bit of cash. Because believe it or not, it saves you more money than you possibly imagine. So, we talked about this last video, but I want to really break it down in depth this time. So if I didn't say it yesterday, if I didn't say it last video, I'll say it this time. The average brake change, not the brake change, excuse me, the oil change, wow. Excuse me. We'll talk about brakes later. We will talk about brakes later. That's another topic for another day. That's a little bit heavier. But today, an average oil change can range from, I would say, $45 all the way to $80 to $100, depending on the car. Now, I have a Chevrolet, and I generally use synthetic. So that's a little pricier. That's one of the most priciest things, full synthetic. So we'll do the tiers like this. It's $45 on average for a traditional motor oil. It's about $55 for half synthetic, half traditional. And for full synthetic, it's around $75 to $80, depending on location. $75 usually around in Pep Boys. I know it can go a little higher if it's exclusively a oil changing service. So it pays, and I do full synthetic. So if I was to go to Pep Boys every day, all the time, I have to go pay $75. What that means pretty much is I am not getting to choose which oil I use, which filter I use. I'm at the mercy of the oil guy, and that's no fun. And we're doing Uber here. We're doing Uber, Lyft, Via, whatever you're doing. So we're trying to save ourselves some money. And that's the most important thing when doing any job. You want to save yourself some money as best as you can. You don't want to overspend yourself for no excessive reason. And I understand I hear you saying, but it's hard. I don't have time. I don't have the right location. Unfortunately, you need to make time. You need to learn how to find a location. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about this. If you want to save yourself some money, save yourself around $40, you need to learn these things. That's how much it costs for me to do an oil change, $35. I'm not going to anybody to get my oil changed. I'm doing it myself. So I bought me a set of cheap tools from Walmart because I have a car. That cost me about $20. I bought that over a year ago. I wish I had it with me right now, but I didn't bring it. Yoinks. But that's okay. It was a cheap pair of, I think it was Husky, one of those brands. We're not really here to promote brands like that, unless I'm getting paid for that. That's neither here nor there. So it was a cheap, inexpensive brand for $20 I got from Walmart. Came with a whole ratchet set. Came with most of the sizes of the ratchet bolts, including the millimeters and the SA bolts. Probably saying that wrong. I apologize. It's been a long day. But you want to get yourself a ratchet set. You don't have to go get a screwdriver set just yet. That's for more complicated jobs. If you don't have a screwdriver lying around, you can probably get one from a Dollar Tree or Dollar Store somewhere, but you don't need a full set just yet. So then you're going to want to get yourself some oil and a filter. Personally, you can go to any auto shop, even Walmart. I don't recommend Target, but you can if you want to. And usually for like a oil and filter combo, you can get that for around $35. and that's for the basic stuff. If you want the high grade super brand like Mobile or even Maybelline, you can get that at like around $40. It's usually what you want to do is try to get them on the good on deals when they're on sale. You never want to get those type of brands on an average day. It costs you more than you will like. Not much more than getting someone else to change it, but more than you like. And so you're talking around that first oil change you do it by yourself, $65. But the premium pays off. Now they're thinking, for extra $10, I can get it done by somebody else while I spend my time working on something else. Newsflash, that is true. You can do that, but unfortunately, what are you really doing that's going to take you 5 to 15 minutes? Really, what are you doing? Sitting there waiting for them to change it for you? You're on your phone playing Angry Birds or whatever else there is? No. Instead, you can take the time out of your day. Oh, I almost forgot one more extra step. You need ramps. Ramps is very important. If you want to keep it basic, just get some ramps. You can find wood blocks really anywhere. If you don't really need those, as long as you have an emergency brake in your car. But yeah, all that together, now you're talking with the ramps that included. I almost forgot. That's now $85 for the first oil change, and that is indeed $10 more than full synthetic oil change at Pep Boys. But in the long run, it pays off because only thing you're replacing next time you change is the oil and maybe the filter. I like to change the filter every time just for that security, but it's up to you. It's been stated that you may keep the filter up to twice of the two oil changes, but I like to play it safe and just get the new filter either way. So with that stated, you need to learn how to actually do the oil change. Now, I'm not going to show you here on YouTube. I will show you if under popular demand. I doubt it, but you can easily go on YouTube and go to guys like Chris Fix to learn how to change your oils. Real simple, real easy. All you do is go under the car, change the drain plug, and drain it, recap it, refill your oil, and then call it a day. Like I said, I will show it to you under popular demand, but I will not make that a priority if that is not demand. You can go to people like Chris Fix or Engineer Explain on how to change your oil, or even Donut Media, whatever you want to look up. Whoever is your favorite mechanic YouTuber, look them up. They'll show you how to do that way. And right there, after the second change, it'll cost you about $35 because you already have the tools. You have this. You have the wrench. You have the ramp. You have. Yeah, that's about it. The wrench, the ramp, maybe some blocks if you can find some. I will try to find some for free. You already have your emergency lever in the back of your car, hopefully. And eventually you're going to want to build your tools up even further, just so you can learn how to change your car yourself. I will also try to buy a full descriptive manual on your car, only because the more you learn your car, the cheaper you can it'll cost to do more repairs and replacements. Even do a full annual maintenance on it. That's very important. You don't want to neglect that. You want to always keep up to date with your vehicle. Also, you want to also write down in the notebook or even in the manual provided in your car when you do things and what are you doing, and when are you doing these things, what time of the day, or what time and when. That way you can record, you can have a pattern to see how long before they make the next change. Because we're not like doing regular driving. We're doing Uber. I know for me, when I drive, a full oil change takes for me about 5,000 miles. That can be within a month. That's how much I drive. 5,000 miles in a month. I have over 100,000 miles on my car. I won't go into details because you don't need to know that. But my car still runs fine. Right now, all I need is the regular, change the brakes every now and then. I'm eventually the alternator, etc. I change my oil. I change my transmission on time every time, and that keeps your car running. Believe it or not, what causes people to have their cars deteriorate faster than they would like is poor maintenance. Did you know that if you have a Toyota, like a Toyota Corolla, Toyota Camry, you can run that car up to 3,000 miles or more. That's only because, and that's if you take care of your car, and that's average. No, not many cars can say they do that. My car can probably go another 100,000 miles just because I take care of my car. I do regular maintenance on it. I make sure that it's up to date. That saves me a lot of money, saves me time from going to the mechanic. And the more I learn about it, the more I do my brakes, change my alternator, change my battery, the more money I'm saving, because I don't have to go to the mechanic, to the dealership, because I know what I'm doing now. I'm learning, I'm understanding my car. And when you learn your car, you save money. When you save money, you have more money to do other things with it. You can invest in more things, invest in stocks, or in a house, or even just in your debt. Bring down your debt a little bit, especially if you're in college trying to pay down your debt. Great way to save some money and learn that. And heck, in the future, when you're no longer doing Uber, Lyft, any sort of ride share, you can say to your partner, listen, I know what to do. Don't worry about the mechanic. I'll fix it for you, as long as it's nothing too big, of course. If it's something really big, like changing the engine, fixing the engine, or changing the tranny, leave it to the mechanic, leave it to the specialist. They know more than you. There are other things that require you to definitely go to mechanic unless you're training these things. But for the most part, most maintenance issues you can be done by yourself. Heck, if you need to, you can even change your own bumper. But hopefully you never have to, or that time comes when you don't no longer need to do no longer in a hurry. So just those little things. Learning your car helps you very, very much to save money. I'm pretty sure within the last 2 going on 3 years, I have saved $40 every month, or every 2 months. We'll say 2 months to be safe. So 40 times 6, that's 6, 12, 18, 24, $240. I saved $240 just on maintenance. That's $240 in my pocket, $240 I put in the market. I do also invest in stocks. I will talk about that another day. I'm not the best stock market trader, but I do pretty good for myself. I am making investments. I'm making returns. I've already made a 66% return so far on one of my ETFs, so that's pretty good. But that's neither here nor there. Talk about that another day. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know about what little things you can do in regards to your car. In this case, changing your oil. Also, please try to change your oil on a sunny day. It also works in your best interest to also try to know somebody that works at a store. I have immense help because I am so awesome, and I know people. Talk to people. Just talk to your friends. Talk to your neighbors. Try to figure out who is in the mechanic business, because you never know what kind of deals you may get. I get deals all the time because I know somebody that works at an auto parts store. I won't say where, I won't say his name, but I know him. He gets me better deals than I would. So I'm able to get that top tier stuff because I know the person. So that helps too. It also helps that that not only that you know a person, but that you may know not just someone in the auto store, but as a mechanic. Because there may be some things that you need to do that you can't do by yourself. Like if maybe you just can't change the brake for whatever reason. Fine, understandable. I get it. You're still learning. Then you get a discount deal because you know a mechanic that can give you a deal. See, you just save yourself a little bit more money than go into your dealer or some random mechanic. So yeah, those little things can help you immensely save some money, and it can help put more money in your pocket and put more into investments. Get you out of the rat race faster. Because at the end of the day, you can't do this forever. You can't do any regular job forever. Because you're going to eventually want to branch out and do better things with yourself. Learn more skills, learn more trades. Just have more time for yourself. And considering how expensive some things can be, and especially in New York, I know how expensive things in New York can be. I try to save every dollar, penny, nickel I can. So with that said, I want to just talk to you guys about changing oil, when to do it, and how to save your money. And also, please never do it in the rain. I had to do it in the rain. It was terrible. Oh my gosh, my back was soaking, my freaking behind was so wet. I had to change my whole clothes. I was in the none of my clothes are here, so I didn't have any clothes to change into. So it was a mess. Don't do that. Try to do it days in advance. Get your tools days in advance. Get your oil days in advance, because it's a pain in the butt when you're trying to work. It's a busy Friday or Saturday, and you have to change your oil because it's almost black. You don't want that. That's just going to destroy your car faster, and the more you save it, the better. So earlier the better. That's always the go-to, no matter what. The earlier you do things, the better outcome for you in the long run. All right, with all that said, it's time to peace out. I gotta go home. Finally, go back to my new location. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later.